Hi, it's Simon over here, personal training expert to men's fitness, sport, Talksport Radio, the BBC and the Daily Telegraph. Now guys, I want you to sit back and enjoy this video in which I'm going to give you the 7 crazy mistakes that guys like you are making in your quest to lose your gut, double your muscle and get super fit. And I really hope you enjoy the tips, so sit back and enjoy. So crazy mistake number 1, I'm starving, what's for dinner? Well, scoffing down 3 big meals per day is a big mistake for guys, especially those that want to have good sustained energy for their workouts. Now, by eating 3 meals per day, what we do is we reduce our metabolism because our blood sugar levels aren't stabilized, and therefore we crave foods that we really shouldn't eat. So we normally have a big breakfast to make up because we know we're not going to have any food till lunchtime, and then the same pattern happens. We have a big lunch to make up for what we know we're not going to have until our evening meal, and then our evening meal becomes a really big meal, normally lots of carbohydrates, maybe a dessert, sometimes even a starter. And so this kind of cycle of our blood sugar levels and getting those peaks and troughs in terms of the afternoon slumps at 3 o'clock is normally down to those having those 3 big meals a day. So by grazing throughout the day on good healthy food, you're going to overcome that and really be able to maintain and lose weight if that's your goal. Crazy mistake number 2, I'll leave the fitness today, and failing to understand fitness properly. Now, if you do want to lose weight and gain muscle, then you need to obviously learn how to use cardiovascular equipment and know the different types of fitness. Now, a lot of the time guys go into the gym environment and they just use the weights and maybe just use a cross trainer or bike or rower for 5-10 minutes. But the truth is that by doing what we call interval training, that's going to increase your VO2 max, which is the maximum oxygen that your body can take in. Okay, and by doing that, you're going to improve your weight training. I find time and time again when I work with guys that they're not fit, which means that when they come to do basic exercises, they simply don't have the breath to be able to perform a full set, and that's going to affect your results. Okay, so a good structured cardiovascular and fitness plan is an essential part of the mix when it comes to your training. Crazy mistake number 3, come on, let's do more arms, and as doing as many sets as you can for big gains. And the truth of the situation is that depending on whether you're just starting out, whether you're an intermediate or more advanced weightlifter, you don't necessarily need to do set after set after set in order to get the best and optimum results. In fact, 45 minutes is an optimum training time for a weight session, because you can maximize all of your energy during that session rather than going on for hours and specifically on one big muscle part. And it's about the quality of your reps and sets. You could we do what we call time under tension, which is the speed in which you do a repetition of a weight exercise, as opposed to doing them fast and doing them in a movement which isn't controlled and which isn't going to give you maximized results. So if you want the kind of body which is seen on the picture there, then you need to make sure that you are doing the right kind of exercises, but in the right kind of way as well. Crazy mistake number 4 is, I banged out 500 sit-ups and well, that's going to get you a six-pack. Well, the truth is that it's not going to. When we train the abdominal muscles, it's just like training any other muscle on the body. We need to take special care into the kind of rep sets, and more importantly, the kind of exercises that you do. Sit-ups, very old hat. It's very you can easily get injuries by doing them incorrectly and cause lower back problems, and by doing different exercises which are going to strengthen your whole core, then that's going to optimize the most results you're going to be able to get from your training program. And if you do big compound exercises for your lower body, you're going to find that you're going to strengthen that abdominal area. And also, it's down to proper nutrition. You can't simply go into the gym, start doing sit-ups and expect to get that washboard abs and like you see on the covers of magazines, because it's just not realistic. So the right correct selection of exercises and the right nutrition plan is going to get you that result. Crazy mistake number 5. Let's go for those huge weights. Lifting weights that are too big for you. When I train people in the gym and people have inductions, I kind of often hear kind of guys come in and go, what are heaviest weights you've got? And well, it doesn't really matter about that, because everyone's individual, and a lot of the time people can pick up really bad habits by watching other people train in the gym, and those people haven't been taught properly themselves. So actually, the weight that you lift is really important, but it's important not to lift a too light a weight, and very important to not lift a weight that's too heavy for you. And when you do that, you tend to your form goes, so you're not doing the correct movements, you're not doing the correct flexion and extension of the muscles, which is going to mean that you're not going to optimize your results. And of course, you're in a gym environment and you're looking around, and there's guys that are training with a heavier weight, and you're kind of thinking, well, I need to push it up a bit and start lifting those kind of similar weights. Well, the truth is that those guys have probably been training for maybe a lot longer than you, and you need to step back and think, well, I want to do quality exercises that is going to give my muscles the optimum results, and it's going to also prevent injury. You can easily not warm up properly, you can start swinging weights around, and you're going to start getting shoulder problems, you're going to start getting, maybe if you're doing lower body exercises, you're going to start getting hip problems, and it's really important to understand fully the right kind of weight which is right for you at the right time. Crazy mistake number 6. I'm not eating that rabbit food and avoiding the muscle building foods. Now, another common mistake that guys make is kind of not having proper education when it comes to eating food. And even though a lot of people avoid vegetables and good selection of greens, the truth is that these are the foods that have got the nutrients which are going to help synthesize the protein which we take in. And so by not getting our nutrition right, and not having a good selection of vegetables, and the right amount of protein, and also the right amount of carbohydrates, a lot of the work which you're putting in the gym when it comes to your fitness, when it comes to your weight training, are not going to be optimized if you're not eating the right foods at the right amount of time and the right selection of foods, making sure you've got the right selection of fats, the right selection of protein, and the right selection of vegetables. And as I said, it's those vegetables which are going to enable you to optimize your results, because they're all individually packed through different nutrients, and that doesn't mean a bit of lettuce, tomato and cucumber in a sandwich. It means having a proper good selection throughout the day. And the final and probably the biggest mistake of all, number 7, is, what did I do last week? And failing to have a plan and system in place which is right for you, and making sure you're tracking your workouts, making sure you're seeing improvements, and making sure that you've got something which is structured for you, which you can track and you can see improvements over a period of time. And there we go, the top 7 mistakes that guys are making when it comes to exercising and getting fit.